Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Brooks and thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to this channel, please I invite you to subscribe and join my community. I make lifestyle videos about beauty, travel, family, fashion, and my life as a kidney transplant recipient. I am 6 months post-kidney transplant. Everything is going great and I am opening up my life to YouTube to share what life is like after going through kidney transplant process. Now, back to the subject of today's video. We are going to decorate for fall, fashionably late. I know that the stores already have Christmas decor out and people are gearing up to pull out the Christmas trees, but life has been lifing. I have been busy with everything that I'm dealing with post-surgery, as well as just family life and everything going on. And I have delayed decorating for the fall season for a very long time. Although I have been quietly shopping in the background to find things that would fit my aesthetic. Now, traditionally, I did not decorate for the fall season. I'm not into having a lot of orange, bright orange, neon orange pumpkins around my house. It's just not my style. But I decided that this year I wanted to challenge myself and get into the season, get into the seasonal spirit and decorate for fall with kind of a unique color scheme. So as you can see from the background, I'm sitting on my couch, which is navy blue or royal blue. I got this couch when I moved back home from Seattle, Washington, and I moved back during the pandemic. And anyone who's familiar with moving or furniture shopping during that time, you will know how hard it was to get furniture delivered in a timely fashion. So all of the couches that I wanted, all of the major decor pieces that I wanted were gonna take up to 6 to 8 months to come to me. And it was too much. So thankfully, I live in North Carolina, which is one of the furniture capitals of the United States, and I actually have access to a lot of stores that sell really well-made, sometimes designer furniture pieces, and we get them at great prices, and a lot of these stores are local. So I got really lucky. I was able to walk into a store and get a couch. And this is a couch that I landed with. It wasn't anything super fancy. It was just something that I was able to get quick and delivered to my home within about 2 weeks. Now, what that meant is that it dictated the color scheme of my living area, which is also connected to my kitchen and my dining area. So I typically am someone who's not into royal blue, but I have come to really like it. And I came up with the color scheme that worked well for me, which was just generally royal blue mixed with gold as well as white or ivory. And I didn't stick to it 100% of the time, but typically that's what I like to do to kind of keep everything unified in this open area. So in decorating for fall, I knew that buying orange pumpkins was a no-go. It was not gonna happen. I was not gonna feel it. I was not gonna spend my money on it. And so that is why for many years, I never decorated. I decided to dig deep into my interior decorating bag and did a lot of research on kind of more non-traditional fall color schemes. Now, typically with fall, you see a lot of orange, burnt orange, sometimes burgundies, yellows, sometimes deep hunter green colors. And for many years, I felt like none of this is gonna look good in my house. And so I just didn't decorate for fall. I would just skip over fall and go to Christmas. But I did some research, I got on good old Pinterest, and I found this. This was one photo of a dining setup that inspired me to finally get my act together and decorate my living space for fall. So as you can see, this color scheme uses colors that are already in my living room, dining, kitchen area. It's heavy on the navy blue. I'm not gonna go as heavy on the navy blue. I'm just using it as inspiration, but it definitely leans into the use of gold, which I already do, white, or ivory, which I am already doing. And I love that it adds a pop of color of burgundy, maroon. It's one of my favorite colors. And so when I saw this resonated with me. And I was like, okay, this is the kind of fall decorating that I can do. This screams ebony. And so I sent it to my best friend and I was like, what do you think? Like, do you think I can pull this off? Does this make sense? Is my house gonna look crazy? And she was like, no, this is definitely you. So with that, I embarked on a 2 to 3 day shopping adventure that was about 75% successful to find a lot of new decor pieces to add to the few pumpkins that I already had. Now let me explain the pumpkins. A couple of years ago, under pressure from my mother, I did go to Home Goods and I bought just like a small collection of pumpkins that were navy blue, white, gold, and kind of fit my decor. And that was it. That was literally it. All I did was sit them on my counter and sit them on my living room table, and I didn't do anything else. So the good thing is that this color scheme, this inspiration photo from Pinterest, I'll put it up again if it's not already on the screen, but this photo allows me to also use the few pumpkins that I already have in my collection. So let's take a look at some of this footage from my shopping adventure, and then when we come back, I will show you all my old pumpkins that I have had for about 2 years now, and then we'll talk through kind of a shopping haul of what I have purchased as we start to decorate. So check this out and we'll be right back. They've got Christmas stuff out, but we're ignoring that. Let's go straight to the fall section. I need a tray for my counter and they're 50% off. So we are definitely getting one. I actually like this. I think the colors will pop off of this really good. We're gonna get this one. Okay, we're at my second stop of the day, which is Home Goods, but quick Hobby Lobby recap. It was packed in there and I definitely felt a little uncomfortable trying to vlog while everybody was around. So eventually I just kind of put my camera down, but I did get clips of some of the things that I purchased. And also I already overspent. However, the reason I did it is because I was having a hard time finding some of the white pumpkins that I wanted that came in a pack. So eventually I started picking up individual pumpkins, which I think kind of drove the price up. So I bought some things that I'm not sure if I'm going to keep. I may eventually take them back, but let's go check out Home Goods and see what they have. And yeah, let's go see. Oh my God, look at this pink sequin pumpkin. I'm so tempted to get it from my office, but that's not on the list. They have a lot of Christmas stuff out, so I might be just a little late, but we will persevere and see what we can get. Great options for plates, just white plates with gold trim. Excuse me. Anyways, I might come back and get these. I need to find a charger, but I really like those. All right, at Walmart. Hopefully we can make this quick. Because fun fact about me, I am actually a Target girly. But I think they have a set of these gold candle holders that I can use. So let's get in and get out. Okay, so I thought the candles were gonna be on this aisle. I am wrong. Further proof that I am a Target girly, because I don't know where anything is in here. But let's keep looking. Okay, this is the candle section, but I'm still not seeing what I need. All right, let's keep looking. Okay. Why am I so lost? Oh my God, I am in the totally wrong place. Okay, please hold. Of course, Walmart lied to me. The app was not updated and they do not have the candle holders that I need. So I think what I'm gonna do instead is just place a quick order on Amazon and get the last few things that I need. I hope I can get them on a pretty good sale. So I'm gonna do that, and with a little bit of editing magic, I will be right back. Well, for you, I'll be right back. For me, it might be a couple days. Nonetheless, stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. So before we get started going through my shopping haul and showing you what I got in the stores and what I was able to order online, I wanted to go over the pumpkins that I already own. Okay, it's not that many, but here we go. This is my first pumpkin. It's just a plain gold pumpkin with the gold stem. Really cute. It's kind of a smaller size. So typically I've used it as a centerpiece on my dining room table, which is just like a circular marble table. I don't know if we're gonna put it there this year, but it's really cute and I love it. So this is one. The next pumpkin is this velvet navy blue pumpkin with like a goldish silver. It's kind of like a weird gold. It's kind of gold and kind of silver, but It's this navy blue velvet pumpkin with like a gold shimmery stem, and I love it. It's so cute. This is actually the first like fabric pumpkin that I've ever purchased. And again, it typically sits on this counter, believe it or not. And so I don't think it's gonna go there this year, but I love it. And it matches my couch and kind of my decor perfectly. So when I saw this in Home Goods, I knew I had to have it. So this is one of my favorites. This next pumpkin is a really big white glass pumpkin. It does have a silver stem, but it doesn't necessarily clash too much with the gold that I have going on in my living room. I really love it, and it has I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it has like a slight iridescent type of shimmer on the top of the white pumpkin, and I love it. I really love it. Okay, so this next pumpkin is like a plastic LED light up pumpkin, but as you can see, I have never even taken it out of the package, and I have never put batteries in it. So I don't know if it's gonna work, but we are gonna try to like use it this year. And I do have batteries somewhere in my house. So we're gonna see if we can like add this to our decor and have it light up. And then finally, these are not pumpkins, but these are actually little like tea light candle holders. That are like mercury, but they do have kind of like an antique glass kind of gold vibe that works really well in my living room. So I am definitely going to be using these for my dining table setup, and as you will see momentarily, these were the inspiration for my 30-minute drive to find candle holders that match this. So with that, let's go ahead and transition over to my shopping haul, but we're gonna kind of go through everything that I bought as I start decorating. So we're gonna move over to the dining room table and start decorating there. So let's go. Okay, this is the first table runner that I found in Hobby Lobby, and actually I did not find it. I was awkwardly in the aisle, shuffling my way down the aisle looking for table runners, when a woman who was also looking for a table runner asked me what I was looking for. And I told her I was looking for something navy blue because I don't really want a lot of orange stuff in my house, and I couldn't find anything, and I walked away. And like 5 minutes later, she came up to me and was like, "I think you would like this." And believe it or not, I did like it, and I bought it. Now it does have some orange pumpkins on it, which I will make an exception, but because the fabric is so gorgeous and the pumpkins are vibrant, but I think with the other colors that I'm mixing in, I think they will actually work. So I bought it to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone, and I think it might work. So we're gonna see if we can make this work. I don't think it's gonna be too bright with everything else that I have planned, but I am pushing myself out of my comfort zone, so I told myself that I would give this a try. Okay, so here's the table runner. Y'all, I really love it. I love the navy blue color. It's the perfect length, and I really like the texture. I don't know if you can see, but it has like a slight velvety texture, and the pumpkins are not too jarring. I know I gave a rant at the beginning of this video about how I don't like orange pumpkins, but I think I can live with these. So let's get into centerpieces. Now, when I was looking for centerpiece options, I obviously literally went looking for a centerpiece that was similar to my inspiration photo. And I had a hard time finding any flower vases that were white with gold stripes. And I couldn't find anything on the store, but good old Amazon had one option that I really love, and it's this. And it has slight texture to it. It almost looks like it could be a pumpkin with the gold stripes. So this is like very reminiscent of our inspiration photo, and as I've stated before, matches my decor as it already stands. So this is option one, and I think this is already my favorite option. However, this option is a little smaller. It's not as tall as I was hoping it was gonna be. Like I was hoping it would give a little bit of height, but I do have some flowers that I plan on putting in here that might give it a little bit more height. So option 1 and option 2. This is my gold and navy blue pumpkin made out of glass that I've had for the past like 2, maybe even 3 years. And the reason I thought about using this as the centerpiece is because it has good height to it. It's taller than any other pumpkins that I've purchased, and I think it might look really good on the table, but I really did have my heart set on having the white pumpkin in the middle of my table. So let's test both of them out and see which one we're gonna go with. All right, so here is my option 2 pumpkin. It's my old glass pumpkin. And while I love the colors of this pumpkin, I feel like the table runner is doing it no justice. Like it's almost like the 2 blues are melding into each other. And I'm not liking it. I'm not liking this, y'all. Okay, so let's switch to option 1 really quick. All right, everyone, so here is the first option. This is actually the pumpkin that I bought off Amazon. And as you can see, it is giving the vibes of my inspiration photo. And I love the contrast a lot better than the navy. Now, as you can see, it's not as tall. It's definitely shorter, but I think we can kind of balance that out with some of the flowers that I'm gonna put in the vase. And I really love the bright white pop of color in the middle of the runner. So we're gonna stick with this one. Okay, y'all, don't judge me, okay? I went a little overboard with buying pumpkins because I wasn't sure what color scheme I wanted to make happen with my inspiration photo and how I was gonna translate that into my house. However, let's go ahead and haul some of these items and then we can kind of talk about which ones I'm gonna keep and which ones I'm gonna use. So as I mentioned earlier, these are candle holders that I already had that have kind of a mercury vibe to them. And they are some years old, so they look a little like they have like a patina on them, which I don't mind. But I actually like them. I really like how they look. Here's the second one. But you see beside them, I also have these mercury candle holders, and I hunted these down from Hobby Lobby because I found them on the website and I could not find them in my Hobby Lobby. So I actually drove 30 minutes away to the next Hobby Lobby 1 city over to find it. And I love it. Now they are slightly brighter than my other mercury holders, but I think they're gonna work. So I actually bought 4 of these. I have 2 of the tall ones that will sit at the end, and then I bought 2 short ones, one right here and one right here. And I think they're perfect. All right, so as for the pumpkin haul, they've come from several different places. Well, really only 2 places now that I think about it. So all of these pumpkins right here, so these white and orange pumpkins came in a bag with a couple of pine cones, which I will not be using. And the burgundy kind of larger velvet pumpkins. And then I have some ivory pumpkins. And then this pack of pumpkins right here also came from Hobby Lobby. And again, I was buying multiple colors because I wasn't sure what I needed. And then I told my best friend that I wanted to have some more navy pumpkins in case like I needed it to bring this color scheme together. And she recommended I look at Dollar Tree. And I actually found these navy pumpkins that work perfect. So these are the pumpkins that I bought to kind of round out my design, if you will. So I'm gonna, let's kind of put it together and see what we can get. Okay, we are back. So here is what I have put together. So let me explain. So first, I went ahead and put some candles into my new candle holders from Hobby Lobby. And I actually love the different height of the candles as you kind of pan down the table. So those look really nice. And I did use the pack of pumpkins that had the white and orange. So here are the 3 white ones. And you know, I had to kind of make a decision about how to space them out. I wanted these white pumpkins to be on the side of the table that faces like the rest of my living room television area. So I wanted people to be able to kind of sit down on my couch, which is on the opposite side of the room, and like see the pops of colors rather easily. So I have these white pumpkins here that were in that pack from Hobby Lobby. The only thing I don't like is that this one is a different size. It's a little bit bigger. And granted, I could probably go back and get another pack, but I just don't think that's necessary. Like, I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal. I think as long as everything kind of melts together, it'll be fine. And then I have the orange pumpkins, as you can see. Well, let me kind of walk around so you guys can see. I have the orange pumpkins kind of on the back side of the table, which is near my wall, just because I felt like they look very similar to the pumpkins on the border of the table runner, but I didn't want to like throw them out and not use them. So I have them here. And I'm debating about this fabric ivory pumpkin. To be honest, I feel like they are kind of an odd size and they don't really meld really well with the other smaller pumpkins that I have scattered around. And then if we go back to the other side of the table, I have these little pops of burgundy. So these kind of maroon burgundy, they're kind of purplish burgundy fabric pumpkins with the gold stem. I love them. And I know it doesn't make any sense because nothing else is burgundy, but I have some flowers that I think are gonna help these burgundy pumpkins like pop and be kind of the color addition that I was looking for. So let's check out these flowers, and I'm gonna have to do surgery on the flowers because they're too long to go into this vase. So I'm gonna have to cut down some of these flowers. So let's get that done. All right, so here's kind of a wide shot of everything. I love how it has come together. It's not exactly like my inspiration photo, but it's giving. It's giving in a way that works with my personality. So we've got the candles, the white pumpkins in the front just so that they can kind of support the pumpkin vase with that contrasting white color. And then this is the faux bouquet of flowers that I put together based on my inspiration photo. So I just have white roses, red or kind of deep burgundy roses. And then I noticed in the picture, it had these kind of like, I don't honestly know what they are, like kind of like these red berry things on a stem. So I found some of those in the faux floral section at Hobby Lobby and bought a couple of those as well. And I think it looks great. And as you can see, it really brings in the 2 maroon pumpkins on both sides of the centerpiece. Now, if you look up close, you can see that these pumpkins have a little bit more of a purple undertone compared to the burgundy flowers. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but in person I can see it, but it's not jarring, okay? It doesn't look tacky. It doesn't look like they completely are mismatched. So I think I'm gonna rock with it. I like it. So here is my centerpiece table runner. Now let's get the place settings together. Okay, so I'm sitting here trying to pull together the table settings, and I will run through the details of all of this in a minute, but I just made a crucial mistake. I also forgot that I bought these gold ceramic pumpkins from Target, and I really like these more than these kind of fuzzy little orange pumpkins that you see on the back of the table, and even a little bit more than the white ones even though the white ones offer some great contrast. So I think I'm gonna take at least 2 of these pumpkins and replace them with what would be my tea light candle holders in this Mercury set. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So give me a second to get this package open and then we'll do that. Okay, I am back and I did a little bit of editing while I was setting up my place settings, and I am feeling this a lot more. I kept staring at the other setup, feeling like it was a little bit too busy, but I think this is perfect. So as you can see, I took away the small white pumpkins in the front, as well as the small orange pumpkins, and I just replaced them with 2 of my gold ceramic pumpkins from Target. So one here and one there. And it just looks so much cleaner. I really love it. It's a little bit more minimal, but I think it's more me and just like a little bit more chic. Like if I'm gonna decorate with pumpkins, I think this is more of my speed. So let's go through the simple table setting that I put together. So I only have 3 pieces to it. This gold charger actually came in a 4-pack from At Home, and it was only $4.99. So I thought they looked really good. I like the texture on them, and I will definitely be reusing them. The plate that sits on top of the charger is actually from Home Goods as well, and they were like a really decent price. So I have 4 of those. And then the napkins I thought matched the plate very well. As you can see, they're like linen, but they have like some gold going through the napkin. And I thought that was perfect. So that came from Home Goods. And then this simple napkin ring came from Amazon. And what I love about this napkin ring, let me pick it up. If you look on the back of it, it's flat. So it lays flat on your paper plate, which is really convenient. All right, so this is my final dining table setup for the fall season, and I have to say, I love it. I pushed myself to get out of my comfort zone and try to add some new colors to really get into that fall season, and I really love it. Now, traditionally, as you can see, I only have 4 table settings on my table, but my table does sit more people. It typically sits about 6 to 8 people, but typically I only put out table settings and chairs for that if I'm having guests or a get-together at my house and I need to have that many table settings for people that will be coming over. I just like to keep it a little minimal, and I only really have space for 4 table settings when I'm not having guests or like not having an event or something at my house. So for now, this is going to work and I really love it. So with that, let's move on to some other areas of my living space that we're gonna decorate for fall. All right, you all, so this is my fireplace and television setup. And as you can see, I typically keep these glitter pillar candle holders on both sides of my television. But I keep them here because I put them up on the first Christmas I lived at my place and I never took them down. But we are going to replace them for this year's fall season with a cluster of pumpkins. So as you can see, I just took a set of my colorful pumpkins from Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby and just scattered them on both sides of my television. And I was also able to bring in the pillar candle holders that used to sit on my dining table. So I have them now sitting on both sides of my television just to add a little height to the cluster of pumpkins. And I think it looks really nice. Moving on to my living room, this is my dining table setup with this blue ombre flower vase that my aunt got me a couple of years ago for my birthday. And for fall, I'm going to replace it with my blue and gold pumpkin, and I'm going to accent it with one of the gold pumpkins I was able to get from Target, and another Hobby Lobby pumpkin that says blessed, because God has been good to me over this past year. Next, we're going to move on to decorating the white tray that I was able to get from Hobby Lobby. And I found some really great fall looking seasonal flowers from Amazon. And as you can see, they have all of the perfect colors for this fall with pops of burgundy. So I'm going to put together a little floral arrangement using these flowers for a vase that's going to sit on that white tray. And in addition to that, I do have one of these leftover stems for the little berry stems that I put on my living room floral arrangement. So I'm going to add that as well. And this is the vase that we're going to be using. I bought this when I moved into my place, and it's from Amazon. And as you can see, it has actually rose gold, glittery kind of stripes going around the blue vase. And I love it. I think it's beautiful. And here is the final flower arrangement. It has the perfect fall colors, a really great pop of that burgundy color that I'm trying to bring into the area. And I think it looks awesome. I really love it. And here's the final setup for the tray. I actually just put my glass candy dish that is shaped like a gift box in front of the vase, and then accented it with some more of my colorful pumpkins. For a few final touches, I have a really high bar top that stretches across my kitchen, and I just spread out some of my really great pumpkins that I showed earlier in the video. So my gold pumpkin, white pumpkin, my blue pumpkin, and accented them with my tea light candle holders and this white candle that my best friend got me. So here are some final shots. I absolutely love how everything came together. This was a really exciting project, and I'm looking forward to doing it for Christmas because, believe it or not, there are several things from this project that I will be able to reuse for Christmas. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I invite you to subscribe and come back for more. And yeah, I look forward to our next decorating video for Christmas. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.